July 20th, 2023 was a historical moment for America's financial system. Everybody says a switch been flipped. If there was one, that was it. But I want to take it a little bit deeper for you guys so that you can make sure that you're calm during the greatest transformation of wealth. Because the fact is, many people are going to get wrecked because they don't understand what is actually happening. My name is Coach JB. What I do is I work to make the complex very simple. We've helped over coming up on 7,000 people today worldwide since 2020 get their shit together with our Revolutionary Education Academy. Just a warning, we will never proactively DM you. We do not invest people's money. Never send people money pretending to be us, okay? For all influencers, there's thousands of scammers out there. Protect yourself. In the description of this video down below is our Education Academy to help you. We also have a free consultation with our licensed insurance team to teach you the infinity banking concept, how we do what the banks do. Banks index or fix your money, they index it, they put in the capital markets, and they lend it out to the next person. We just do the same concept using insurance, which is tax code 7702. So if you want a free consultation with my team members, down below. So just click the description and go into the description down below and make sure you set up that free consultation. All right, let's dive into it. First of all, I want to start out with an attitude of gratitude and say I truly love you. Also, too, got my Merlin shirt on. We have our Exit Strategy app launching in August, so pay attention to that. Okay, July 20th, 2023. I want to take a pause for just a moment because everybody's on Twitter saying that they have the insight. You know, when FedNow services go live, XRP was going to go parabolic, that XRP is connected to FedNow services. And I'm going to show you what is actually happening. Now, it's a historical moment because the old traditional banking system has not been changed since 1970s, guys. So that's the thing I want you to put. So you should always have notes, pen and paper when you're on my videos, because I'm going to give you a deeper aspect. I'm not going to just report the news. I'm always going to go a little bit deeper into it, okay? So since 1971, our banking system hasn't changed. The old archaic banking system where we detached from the gold standard, making our money fake money. So what this truly is a massive transition in the economic system, banking system, and how money moves across rails. You're not going to stop it, guys. We are moving digital with currencies. The presidents, the future presidents, or the people campaigning for president are going to do it on the backs of saying that they're going to be, you know, the person who saves Bitcoin. That's the new, you know, they always have some sort of, a campaign niche, right? So it's going to be, I'm going to be decentralized. I'm going to do this, right? Guys, follow BlackRock, follow the big money. Okay. Once they get into presidency, they're a puppet for the corporation. So nothing's going to change, guys. It's nothing new under the sun. It's going to shift this way. It's going to shift this way. That's why God is my president and CEO. That's why Jesus is the guide that I follow. Okay. And when they went to Jesus and said, who do we pay our taxes to? He said, who's on the coin? They said, Caesar. He said, pay your taxes to Caesar. Give to God what is his and give to me what is mine. So I pay my taxes. I follow the rules. I do the things I need to do. And I'm the most sovereign being that I've ever met because I'm free here and I'm free here. Why digress? All right, so let's dive into it. So on this document here, this is on July 20th, 2023. I want to point something out because all these influencers are saying, oh my gosh, you know, all these people are using it. Guys, there's only 35 banks on FedNow services. 35 banks. There's thousands and thousands of banks within America. So to start, 35 early adopting banks, credit unions, as well as U.S. Department of Treasury Bureau, fiscal services are ready to instant payments capabilities via FedNow services. In addition, 16 service providers are ready to support payment processing for banks and credit unions. And I'm going to show you in just a moment which banks, okay? It says, as interbanking system, a payment system, the FedNow services operates alongside other longstanding Federal Reserve payment services such as FedWire. It's just a switch. All it is, guys, it's a switch to real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, money moving 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's the switch. The Federal Reserve is committed to working with more than 9,000 banks and credit unions across the country to support widespread availability of this service to their customers over time. Guys, total, there's only like 300 banks. There was 35 early adopters, and there's like 300 banks on board. So why I tell you this is you have to stay calm. You need to make sure you have a long-term fundamental strategy. Do not get fudded in and fudded out off influencers telling you, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Develop a Warren Buffett style. That's my thesis. Long-term fundamental. Have an exit strategy as it goes up. When you exit with profits, secure it in things like index universal life, silver, gold, real estate, cash generating assets like business, real estate, things like that. Repeat the process, guys. It's not that sexy, but it's very easy in a time like this. Not get rich quick, when you can get a big pump in crypto to secure and grow your wealth. Okay. So just, I don't want people to get into that, rich parents have rich kids, poor parents have poor kids. I just need to rewire your brain so you don't get wrecked. Okay. So yeah, this is an interesting dynamic, but these are the early adopters, financial institutions. Okay. So we got some big ones on here. We got BYN Mellon. What do we got here? We got JP Morgan Chase. So this is a good example right here. Okay. This is why I don't want you guys to get all twisted with all this FUD around here. So JP Morgan Chase has FedNow services. They're an early adopter, but they also have JPM Coin and Onyx. They have their own blockchain technology. Another one is Wells Fargo Bank. Okay. So Wells Fargo Bank is using FedNow and they're connected to R3. Do you see what I'm saying? So if Bank of America pops on here using FedNow services, Ripple's in their patent. You got US Bank, right? But you got some of the biggest institutions in here using FedNow services. It is a transition from an old archaic banking system to a fast money moving at the speed of light. What do they call it? Financial inclusion, right? They're just getting all the money in the system, guys. And this is going to go for another 100 years. You're going to be the new Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, because you're going to be invested in an asset that is going to appreciate like crazy. Think about this for just a moment. We talk about trillions like it's nothing now. Do you know how much $1 trillion is? Okay. $1 million used to be a lot of money. $1 million is not a lot of money, guys. People making $150,000 a year now are living paycheck to paycheck. 250,000 and above, 300 grand, you're starting to live okay. $500,000, you're living pretty good, guys. That's a good living now. $1 million in retirement is $40,000 in retirement income. If you don't know your retirement number, you got to meet with my team down below, guys. So here's what you do. If you want to retire with $100,000 in income per year, take $100,000, divide it by 0.04. I think you would need about 2.5 million in retirement just to retire with 100,000, which isn't going to get you shit with inflation. If you're about to retire, think about that. I'm 47. If you're 47 and above and you don't have like 1.2 million to 2.5 million or 3 million, you're not going to be able to retire. You have to take action now, family. Okay. So this is the narrative around, this is the article. Will the U.S. launch a digital dollar? The U.S. is quietly edging towards adoption of a digital dollar. In March 2022, President Joe Biden issued an executive order directing the Office of Science and Technology Policy to prepare a report on the risk and benefits of creating a digital dollar. The acronym addicted. The acronym addicted. Oh, the acronym. The acronym addicted Washington, D.C. The digital dollar is referred to the CBDC, central bank digital currency. It would be a rival version of the physical cash you carry in your wallet, resembling a governmental issue version of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Guys, CBDC is coming. I don't agree with it at all. It's programmable money. I don't know, man. I don't create the system, but it's the new monetary system, guys. It's going to be a central bank digital currency. America's going to lose its dominance. And then there's going to be a bag of currencies, how they're going to regulate it. Bitcoin will be here. Bitcoin's going to be the new gold. So think about that. We're transitioning. So we have fiat, shit money, fiat, fake money, and you have gold, right? They manipulate gold. And guess what? Now we're going to have a CBDC, programmable money, and Bitcoin will be the new gold. And guess what they do right now? They manipulate Bitcoin. They pump and dump it. So that's why I'm trying to teach you the game, to not get caught up in the FUD and what's happening and what influencers are saying and what's going to happen, is understanding the market cycles, guys. This is a brand new monetary system. So if you do the opposite of the 99%, you're going to do very, very well. Okay. So let's take a look at this video. This was 2 years ago by Fed Chair Powell around the digital dollar.
In central bank digital currencies. Many countries like China in particular, are focused on establishing a CBDC. You indicated this earlier this year, the Fed would study and issue a white paper on the subject. What is the status of that report?
We expect to publish a report around, could be early September, or plus or minus, right in that time frame. And the status of it is we're working hard on it right now. But let me tell you what it is really. We're going to address digital payments broadly. So that means stable coins, it means crypto assets, it means a CBDC. That whole group of issues and payment mechanisms, which we think are really at a critical point in terms.
Now, that was 2 years ago. Remember, there was a shock to the system. We were coming out of the shock to the system. The whole globe got shut down. And all of a sudden, we woke up in a new monetary system where cryptocurrency is a fraud. And now they start talking about digital assets. Pay attention. The next 24 months of your investment career are going to be the most critical in your living history.
In terms of the appropriate regulation, and in the case of a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, laying out really questions for the public to respond to about what good it can do, what the costs and benefits of it would be. We want to begin really a major public consultation across many different groups, including Congress, of course, on a CBDC and also on stable coins and crypto.
And so this was 2 years ago. So they wanted to start this consultation around CBD. Let me bring myself back on the screen. CBDCs and crypto, right? And then ironically, in 2022, a stablecoin collapsed and 2 exchanges collapsed. Pretty interesting, right? I don't know. First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it. Now they join it.
So there are certainly advantages to a central bank digital currency or a faster payment system, but there's certainly risks. That's the case, right? This is not a riskless proposition. It's a pretty bold proposition for the Federal Reserve, is it not?
Yes, and we'll lay out the possible potential benefits. We'll put those out on paper, and also, the potential risks that are undertaken. And I think those have been written up in many forums around the world, and I think both are real. And it really depends. A lot depends on the U.S. institutional context and on why we would need a central bank digital currency and how you weigh those costs and benefits. So that's really the nature of the exercise.
And so stable coins certainly have some advantages in terms of a faster payment system and have some of the attributes of
guys, the one thing I want you to understand is that we have to have a faster payment. You can't have everything move at the speed of light, supply chain move at the speed of light. So look at this as a transition. Okay, stop trying to get up in these narratives and tribalism. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect you guys. Sorry, I keep saying stop doing this, stop doing that. What I've done, right? Let me speak from my truth. Sorry, because that's disrespectful. I'm gonna pull a log out of my eye. I'm like, you need to stop doing this. You don't have to stop doing anything. What I'm saying is, no disrespect. I love you guys. What I'm saying is, I pulled myself out of all the bullshit of, oh, it's going this way. It's going this way. President Trump, left, right, blah. It's like, guys, that's all by design to keep you confused. I sat back and I'm watching the game. I got out of the Coliseum and I'm watching people get drunk off the wine. And I'm like, these motherfuckers. They tell me to go this way. I'm looking this way. They tell me to bank this way. I'm banking this way. They tell me to manage my health this way through the medical system. I'm looking this way. And I just did the opposite 99%. I got non-emotional. I didn't get married to these cryptos. I became sovereign myself. I became free within my mind and within my heart. And I became the freest man in the world, in my opinion. So this is a digital dollar project. So a digital dollar would help future proof of greenbacks and allow individuals on a global enterprise to make payments in dollars introspective of space and time. Key space and time. We're changing. We're launching the digital dollar project to this is years ago. Digital dollar project to catalyze a digital token U.S. currency that would coexist with other Federal Reserves liabilities and serve as a settlement medium to meet the demands of the new digital world and cheaper, faster, more inclusive global financial system. And last but not least, the Federal Reserve launches real-time payments system in its first Big upgrade since 1970. This one should ingrain in your head right here. Guys, they have to switch the system. They have to. You can, like, you went from using a bank to interbanking to online banking to bill pay to smartphones to Amazon. Stores are now shutting down. People don't even get out of their car anymore, right? We don't have to. I can order Amazon. It'll be at my house today. So you think with products moving at the speed of light that the banking system can stay in the same? It can't. So what I did is I stopped resisting it. I stopped resisting and fighting an invisible enemy. Okay. And I can take this biblical if you guys want me to. I love my phrase that I always think of is, who do I pay my taxes to? Caesar. I give to God what is his and give to Jesus what is his. And I give to me what is mine. Right. I pulled the log out of my eye before pulling the straw out of yours. I focused on, in the beginning is the end. That's what Jesus said. In the end, you're going to realize it was in the beginning because you're waiting for a savior. You're waiting for November 4th, 2024. For a new president to come back to change your life. You can change your life. There's no reason to protest or fight against anybody. We're not against anybody in the Warrior Academy. We have Church of Latter-day Saints, Jehovah's Witness, Catholic, non-denominational Christians, Buddhist, all kinds of different people coming together as like-minded individuals, rising into the higher frequency and focus on the activities and behaviors we can do. Not what you're doing, not what my neighbor is doing. What seeds am I planting today? Because the seeds that I'm planting today are my crop of tomorrow. That's it, right? I have a choice after I get off this video here. I can go watch porn or I can go read the Bible. I could go be unethical or I could go work on my businesses, right? I could go to Vegas and go to strip clubs, or I can go up north and meditate in the woods. They're all decisions, frequency, energy, vibration. And what we're doing is we're pointing out how we're different versus using our differences to come together to build a greater world. So I love you guys very, very much. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I do. Even if you don't dislike me, I love you very, very much, right? And one lesson I want to put out there is that if you're constantly hating on someone else or you're constantly irritated by someone else, this probably will irritate you. But what I've learned through my own wisdom is when I really don't like something in someone else, it's what I need to work on in myself. That's what I've been doing. It's worked really well for me. So when I see someone who irritates me or just bothers me, I pause and I'm like, what in myself do I need to work on? And it's radically transformed my life because now I can listen to the wisdom of others. So when somebody comes at me or doesn't like me and I'm just like, oh, teach me. I'll give you an example. So often people come at me. Not very often. That would be a lie. Infrequently, people come at me about my belief system in Jesus and God, right? And someone said, you need to read the Quran. So I'm actually reading the Quran. And it's wonderful. It's amazing. I'm learning a lot from the Quran. I'm not going to convert to Muslim, but I think it's really beautiful. I think if Muslims and Christians came together, it'd be a very, very powerful world. But why? Why is the world collapsing? Because there's Christians, there's Muslims, there's Catholics, there's Church of Latter-day Saints, there's Buddhist. Everybody is fragmented in a non-fragmented world, a world that is one. We all came from God. We all came from the light, and we fragmented into the world, which puts us in the left hemisphere in the brain. The devil was cast to earth, was on the left side, tried to become God, got cast to earth, and the further we get away from our soul, the more we are controlled. So if you reconnect back with your body, coming back into light, you become a creator. Not God, but a creator. You have the choice to walk, to talk, to think. You are bigger than the beast. You don't just show up every day and not have a choice. You have a choice. That's the difference. Is after you get off this live or whatever this is, this YouTube video, you can say positive things to yourself. I'm powerful. I am strong. I am worthy. And my God gave me free will of choice to think, to walk, to talk, to take action. So I love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. Have an awesome day. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.